Alrighty fellas, we're back at JKR Builds today. What we are working on is we're going to try to get these plugs back in the motor after taking the exhaust air pump, emission pump off, whatever you want to call it. And what we're going to do is we're going to end up welding all these plugs, they were hard lines, into the air pump for the occlusion. So we're going to go ahead and weld these all up. Then I found a plug for the back of the water pump. Then we'll go ahead, I cannot find one for this one up here. You would think that would be easy, but it's not. So we're just going to go ahead and weld that up also. And what our deal is, we're going to try to get this running today, hopefully, so see what happens. Alright, we'll start cutting these lines off here. That one's going to slide right out. I tried to hammer that one out, it would not go. Try this one here. Nope. So we'll cut that one. That one's going to slide right out. That one's going to be a pretty big one to fill, but we can get her. Clean that up a little bit. Gonna wanna get down in there to clean that one up actually, so we can get a good weld going on that. This is for the water, by the water net where the thermostat is. Alright, we'll see if we can not weld that up. Hopefully. Looks like we got sparkage. Gotta get a base down in there. There, just like that. And that is solid welded up, so that's not gonna leak. Little ones here. Just like so. This was for the head. For the smog pump, ran the lines to the head, so this one here we're going to want to clean up a little bit. Okay, just one more here, then we'll have those all plugged. So what we'll do is we'll let them cool down, then we can go ahead and pop those in the engine. Then after that, we have to go underneath, put the oil drain plug on with the gaskets. Alright, I have my plugs here. We'll go ahead and put these in. Alright, this goes way down under there. Tighten that up. That'll go right in there. So what we ended up doing last night is we ended up taking off all the smog pump emission lines and had lines going to the charcoal can up in front by the radiator. Took all that off. Now we're plugging all the coolant lines that went to like the heater core underneath the dash. We don't need the heat. It's hot enough as is in the summer days trying to race, right? Try that. And these are the lines that went into the intake. This wrapped up all the way around to the smog pump there. So we don't need that. Get those started. There we go. Yeah, by taking off all the smog pump and all them lines and hoses and extra coolant lines really gave us a lot of room for the engine here, and it's a real nice clean look and really easy to get to and work on. I gotta grab a ratchet real quick. Alright, go ahead and get these plugs here tightened up in the head. Well, I did some research the last couple nights and trying to figure out what's the best oil to run. And a lot of guys on the forums and the guys that race these, they say the best oil is that VR1 racing oil 2050. So that's why I ended up getting. I'm hoping that should be okay for it. Alright, what I have here is it's a different kind of oil drain plug. It has that pickup line or the dipstick line in there, which is really weird to me, but then you're going to have a gasket on each side of that dipstick line. So, but I'm looking at the head is awfully rounded off, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try sand that down to get a wrench so it fits it better. Let's see if we can make something happen there. Okay, I just kind of got to do my best to reshape that up, I guess. I should probably grab a wrench so I want to make it fit. It's going to have to be a 1/2 inch, so probably just buy a oil drain plug. It'd be too easy. It wouldn't be fun. Now what I'm going to do is just put one on each corner and make it a 4. Okay, that seems to fit pretty good. I think I'll roll with that. There we go. Made it a square knot, but that should work. See if we can not get that on there. Alright. Try to get this oil plug in there. Really a weird setup. So with the oil drain plug to go through, well, the gasket on the outside, and we need a gasket on the inside, just like so. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try to snug that up. And what I'm thinking, the drain plug was so damaged, it's probably because with it being double gasket like that, probably always has a little drip here and there. People probably keep getting under it. And alright, let's tighten it up, snug it up a little bit more. Okay, now what I have to do is gotta tighten up the top of the oil dipstick here. I left that loose when we were taking off the small pump. That way, just down at towards the bottom there, we could move it around or whatever to do a line up on it. Oh, Michigan weather. It's about 48 today. Sounds like it's raining again. It's been raining on and off all day today. Alright, we'll pop a new filter on there. Got my oil. Oh, this one comes with a seal. Usually they don't come with a seal, I would think. Get some on that oil filter. Oh, hopefully that's the right size. And it's not looking good. Huh. Okay, I see. The stud there that goes in the side block, it just keeps going in. So what we'll do, we'll screw on there like that. Then we'll screw it on the block. Maybe. Maybe that's not gonna work. It has to fit because it's the eBay part and they're guaranteed to fit, it says, by the commercials, right? There we go, we got her. Oh, eBay was right, it fits. Guaranteed to fit. Alright, we'll put some oil in there. Not sure how much it takes. No idea. First Triumph in my lifetime. What I'll do is I'll probably fill it up on the full mark. Or no, wait a minute, can't do that. Actually, oil filter is at a 45-degree angle, so if we go about, we'll just put on the lowest Oh, geez, that wasn't good. The lowest marking on the oil dipstick. Dang, that sucked. Just leaked a lot of oil there. I don't know what I was thinking. All that oil is going to always drain back down into the block, so. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it right there. We'll top it off where it's supposed to be once we get running. If it starts, I hope. Been charging the battery for a couple of hours. We're not going to get crazy, and if it starts, we're not going to run it more than probably a few seconds or so. There's my fuel line that goes to the back gas tank. So now I gotta get a bottle with some gas. Get that fixed up. Alright, I just got a little bottle down here with gas in it. Line from the fuel pump. So suck all that bottle through the fuel pump into the carb. Let me see, I'm pretty sure I'm ready. I got everything plugged off. Yes. See what happens. Got a little squirt bottle here. I can spray some gas in. I guess we'll just go ahead and we'll crank it from there and we'll see what happens. We've been having good luck starting stuff around here. We were able to start the Butte Scrambler, the quad, the square body, so let's keep it going. You got to be kidding me. That thing wants to fire right up. That's crazy. That was too easy. Awesome. That is sweet. Throw some more gas down there. Once we get fuel picking up out of that bottle, it should take off, I'm thinking. Before the fuel gets up in the car. Gas. Let me see. Maybe what I can do is maybe I'll unhook this over here. Oh, the fuel line from the fuel pump. Okay, what we're gonna do is put a bottle here on the line that comes from the fuel pump. And we'll just get in there and we'll crank it. And we'll see if any fuel comes out of that line into that bottle. If not, Then we're gonna need a fuel pump. See what happens. And we do not have no fuel. Alright, so the fuel pump is not working. What we can do next is we can hook up IV. Alright, we're going to try the old IV trick here. Got my broomstick here. It's going to be my IV stand, I think. Let's find out. Don't need that. We don't really sweep around here anyway. Although we don't put it around, we don't want to do that. Oh, we'll McDiver this a little bit here. I knew I took out that windshield for a reason. So I was going to probably have to do this with IV. There we go. IV bottle. It's going to go right into the carb. I'll tie this right up here, like so. I wish, let me see, I wish I could reach that key from here, but kind of can, kind of can't. Try, so I don't want to overfill it. Try that. Oh, we're leaking bad. We're leaking bad down here. Try a little bit more. Oh, we'll see if it's leaking. Alright. I think we're going to stop right there for tonight. Give it a rest. My battery's getting a little weak too, actually. And we'll come back again. I know we need a fuel pump. Maybe I'll order a fuel pump. Maybe we'll hit a different project while we're waiting for a fuel pump. Maybe we'll jump back on the GT40 or the square body. But hey, we actually found out that it's going to run. So I'm excited about that. I cannot wait. So we're doing pretty good with starting things. This car hasn't ran for a couple years, I was told, so it fired up really easy. We're probably putting too much gas in it because the first time I went to start it, I barely put any gas in it and it fired right up. Then after that, we probably just kept flooding it, to be honest with you. So we'll give it a rest and we'll try again tomorrow or the next day. So again, appreciate you guys watching. We thank you and we'll see you. See what the plug looks like real quick. Oh yeah. Plug is soaking wet. Giving her too much gas.